Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Meeple has landed.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Vitruvian Meeple's production of the Powers That Be Acclaim the Sky campaign. I'm your host, Trevor, the Vitruvian Meeple, here as always with Patrick, ECAT, Matt, Julie, and Ray. We are getting ready to play some CYPHER system as soon as I get everyone in the right box, because I had ECAT and Matt switched. It's going to be that kind of night, guys. All right, so we are here. Our party is split three ways, which, I mean, is always the best way to do it, right? So, with no further ado, I'm going to pass it over to our GM, Patrick. Patrick, please take us back into the world of Excelsior.
All right. Now, of course, as we all, as experienced gamers know, the best way to accomplish anything is to split up the party. Well, accomplish anything from the DM's perspective. So, when last we left, our intrepid heroes, Crash and Jackdaw, were off trying to purchase some illegal firearms, and later coming up with an ingenious plan to pay for a delightfully high-tech alien technology weapon with some stolen iridium. Paw and Black Ice were out looking for a lost cat because there is a superpowered psionic woman looking for her cat as well, who is just leaving a swath of destruction behind her because, you know, as one does. And then, of course, our illustrious leader, Gen X, is out on a date tonight with Calamity, a pistol waving, rifle carrying, trick rope using, who knows what other skills she has, crazy redhead who also happens to be everybody's favorite barista. So under no circumstances are there any possible negative consequences if things go wrong tonight, like not being able to get any more of the best coffee in town. So let's see. Let's start off with Crash and Jackdaw, who, when last we left them, I believe, were hanging out in a diner, coming up with their nefarious plan for how to take care of things.
And meeting up with a disgruntled scientist, I believe.
Oh, yes.
Yes. In fact, I believe you had just met up with said disgruntled scientist.
Yes. I remember we were talking, and I apologize. I did not get a chance to go back and watch the last episode, especially since it was 6 weeks ago. So I'm going to need a little bit more of a recap, Patrick, and I'm very sorry about that.
Okay. So your contact, the mysterious Mr. X, had, because you had spoken to him earlier in the evening, that was what started off the division of the party. Not that I had planned anything like that.
No, of course.
But had told you that there was a scientist who works for STEM who is looking to sort of defect to the super secret conspiracy group with which mysterious Mr. X is a member, and you are as well now.
Yes.
And she wanted to, well, talk to some of you guys in order to persuade her to see things your way and, you know, pass along some of the information she has, which has a lot to do with the testing of people's special abilities and what the decision-making process behind that is. So you went into the diner and made yourselves conspicuous enough such that this person walked up to you and sat at your table.
And now we remember that both Crash and Jack have an inability in pleasant social interactions. This is going to be fabulous.
Yes. Nobody should ever come up with a penalty on their character they don't expect to have used against them at the most inopportune time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So she sits down across from the two of you. She has a nice warmed piece of apple pie a la mode, puts it on the table, sits down, kind of looks conspicuously around the room. So are you one of them?
That depends. One of what? It's okay.
No.
KG is fine, but let's not miscommunicate here.
The people I want to talk to.
Oh,
Yes.
them. Them is kind of loaded term.
Yes,
Like
we are they.
She looks around once again, pulls out a little device, plops it onto the table, presses a button, some LED lights turn on, and a part of it starts spinning. Like, okay, now we can talk.
Dome of Silence.
They have
Excellent.
ears everywhere.
Yes.
Okay, so do you guys how close are you with STEM?
We get a paycheck. And
He gets a paycheck.
That is correct.
I'm just freelance, so.
However,
Good.
certain extracurricular activities go on that the big brass doesn't quite need to know about. And I show her the mark.
Oh, good. Okay. You have no idea how far they stretch into things. They're like a big octopus or some other mythical creature that stretches just about everywhere. It's a thing. It's very interesting. And
Scylla,
I am.
Charybdis.
Side note, are octopi
let's see.
real or theoretical? Must do research.
Let's see. Scylla doesn't move around a lot, so her range is only so good, and Charybdis just sucks. Maybe like another big creature, like a hydra or something like a
Right,
but
right.
I'm
But
afraid
that's
we may be tangenting here.
a very very thoroughly large organization. Their influence is bigger than just what people like you do.
right.
In fact, it includes people like me. So what I want to there's things I know, and I worry sometimes that I'm not going to be able to let people know what's happening. And so I want to form a contact. So I could just I love my job. I love the people I work with. You people are just fascinating.
That's
But at the same
you
time,
people again.
yes, powered people. I am not. I'm just absolutely ordinary. Nothing special about me. So,
No,
which is fine.
You just have a couple doctorates and
Well,
made
yeah.
a cone of silence out of what looks to be a powered shoe polisher, but that's neither here nor there.
No, it's an electromagnet. It's releasing a bunch of magnetic noise.
Right.
So it should interfere with any close communications nearby.
Still kind of looks like a shoe polisher.
Yes, but I'm not an ultra tech or anything because that thing will not transport us to Mars or whatnot. That's another group of people. I have worked on some of their stuff they've made, and it should not function at all. I do not know how it works. I got to look at Sawyer's suit. That thing, he should just plummet out of the sky into a heap. I do not understand that thing.
Well,
and
yeah,
yet,
and
he tinkers with
physics
it all the time.
says he should be, turned into a paste inside of it whenever he does a high G turn.
Yup.
Yeah.
It's weird, and I'm still trying to understand how the universe works such that that actually can happen?
Apparently, they make physics their bitch. I don't know.
I know that there's some who like conservation of matter. Ooh, that doesn't exist at all. Nope.
So
That-
let's
First
get
law of thermodynamics. What?
let's get down to business here.
Okay.
You have no reason to trust us, and we have no reason to trust you. So let's roll with that.
So
And
how can I get information to you? That's the question, really. It needs to be something that STEM cannot track. Which means it either has to be very high tech or very low tech.
Yes.
well, low tech does have a certain joie de vivre.
It does. I keep
Yeah.
all of my notes written in pencil for a reason. I'd use a pen, but you can actually make a pen that tracks all of its strokes a lot easier than you can with a pencil.
Right.
Have you by any chance heard of a place called the Hellbender Club?
I have not, no.
Well, that is both good and unfortunate. It's a bar that you kind of have to know where it is in order to find it. But I think I might be able to talk to the owner and see if we can work out some kind of Dropbox situation.
Okay. I could do a Dropbox.
Yeah.
Whereabouts is the entrance?
Nowhere, and yet everywhere. Because us powered people are like that.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
you are.
I'll tell you what.
Question: are you a drinker?
If you work for STEM, yes.
Okay. No, just it's the whole social OPSEC thing. If you were a teetotaler and suddenly started frequenting bars, that might look suspicious.
Well, depending on exactly how low tech we want to go, are you a coffee drinker?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you have a peanut allergy?
No, I don't have any peanut allergies.
Pet dander,
Just citrus.
feathers?
No, I don't think I'm allergic to feathers.
Excellent.
Excellent.
So I'll tell you
We
what.
we may have a sneaker net option too.
Or Feathernet.
Feather net.
All right. Are you familiar with the Sunbucks that's at the address that the Sunbucks is at that I give her, which I know off the top of my head, of course?
Oh, that's the one with the modified coffee machine in it.
Is. I
Oh,
totally named it
yes.
famously.
I had to look at the diagram that somebody made after scanning it. Once again, that thing shouldn't work. It has no heat source.
I know.
In all the things repairing it, it does not have a means of generating heat. How does it steam up coffee? Who knows?
It's one of
Again.
those wonderful little mysteries of the universe that
Is the coffee any good though?
I suppose if we ever solve it, would make our minds explode. The coffee's excellent, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just don't think about thermodynamics too hard.
So, if you need to get a message to us, that would be an excellent way. An excellent place to leave it, I think. You can just leave it for the gambit. We'll get it. As far as getting things to you, well, does your office have a window?
Regrettably, no. The office I typically work in, I work out of a couple of them. The ones in DC, once every couple weeks, they bring us in for doing testing. Well, you've been there, I
Yeah.
imagine. So it's a large underground cavern. Once again, I don't know where that came from. It wasn't there back in the 1800s when they built the city.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your commute look like?
My commute is I live in Brooklyn, and I have to commute into Manhattan.
So train.
Yep. So, and I can take any of several. That I have a pretty liberal time schedule.
Okay.
They like to let us, go around and mull things over and think. And usually there aren't a couple agents following you around or anything like that.
Okay. So
Usually.
it's possible to get a message to you while you're en route or home.
Sure. Yeah, if you're talking, if you have like something with birds, I happen to have a window in my apartment, so
Excellent.
bird can always come by and just tap at the window, and I can always get a message that way.
Any cats at
Can't be
home?
too long, but no, I do not have any cats. My
Okay,
hours are kind
good.
of weird, so don't have any pets.
All right.
I look at Jack. I think that sounds like our best bet. What do you think?
Yeah.
So she pulls out a pencil, looks at it once just to make sure it's a pencil, takes a napkin, scribbles an address on the napkin. It's kind of hard to read because it's a napkin and it's a pencil. Slides it across. That's the address.
So
Don't let anyone see that because they'll know who lives there.
as she goes and pulls out the pencil, Crash actually raises his hands as if he's about to phase and start blasting. Sees its pencil.
Easy there, Tex.
I didn't.
Oh, I can
fire, did
understand. I can totally understand why you might be a little on edge sometimes. It's a kind of crazy times in a lot of ways. And as she says that, out the window, you see a troop transport rolling down the street. You've seen these. Your friends over on Rikers Island have a few of them. In the back of it, there are, let's say, maybe about like 8-ish people dressed up in various sorts of combat gear and are all carrying various types of, fairly large military style rifles. And just driving down the street, it has to stop for the traffic and then trundles on some more.
So this is like a deuce and a half with the.
Yes.
Okay. It's like it's not a Bradley rolling down.
No. It's it says exactly a deuce and a half. It does not have the canvas up and back, so you can actually see who's in it. And it's just driving down the street heading somewhere.
I'll be right back. And Crash
Through your neighborhood, might I add.
Yeah. So when they are stopped at a light, because I'm fast, but I'm not like in infinitely fast. I'm going to go phased, go speed, and take all the lug nuts off of their two front wheels.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, Jack is going to memorize the address and eat the napkin.
As you push it into your mouth, she pulls out a lighter and she's like, okay, or you can do that.
Just maintaining eye contact with her.
Got to get your fiber somehow.
Yep.
Yep. Hey, got to
Okay,
play
let's
into
see.
that social deficit there.
That bar can go lower.
Okay, so you do not have a strength shift or anything to allow you just to kind of pull lug nuts off with your fingers. So
No, but I
what
do
will
have
you
4
use?
edge and might.
Okay, I'm trying to think how difficult removing military lug nuts, because they're truck lug nuts, so that's a bit different. It actually gives you a little more leverage. So how difficult that is to do with your hands. I would say that's probably a might check difficulty, let's say 5.
Okay.
They do maintain them pretty well, so it's not like they're all rusted on, because that would be extra.
I have a crowbar. Would that be good for an asset?
Yes. I think you can maneuver a crowbar to
Or you could
assist you with
just
that.
jam it into the wheel between the rotors and the
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Right. So.
See, this is where you need a cat girl because she could probably just do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Being muddy.
Sorry, they switched up some things about the sheet, and I'm trying to find the actual roll for might. It disappeared. Okay. So we will.
Oh yeah.
There we go. All right. So we're doing a difficulty. What'd you say?
Difficulty 5.
5. Okay. I get 1 asset for that. And I will put 3 levels of effort into it. So I'm rolling against a final difficulty of 1. Good thing I did.
All right. So you pull the lug nuts off while it's sitting, and you're doing the 2 front tires?
Yeah.
Okay. So the light turns, it trundles forward for a while, has to change lanes, loses a wheel, goes dropping off in the distance and compensating to the other, to try not to fall over. The other wheel comes off, much to the surprise of the driver. And the horns start honking. 5 large firearms are waved around to shut people the hell up, and traffic starts trying to redirect itself.
Okay. And I go back and I'm back in the diner sipping my coffee.
All right. So on to Gen X and Calamity.
Time out. 1 minute, please.
He's gotta get spiffed up.
Yep.
The loading screen for Gen X is Calamity, spinning a peacemaker around her finger.
Yep.
Billy.
Yep.
Tell her the Schofield is much better.
Oh, they're not really peacemakers. They're modern versions of. They just look like. He doesn't stand too much, on tradition.
There you go.
There we are. Yes. Okay. So the 2 of you are out on your date. Last as I recall, you had met up upon a rooftop and are, let's see. Yes, that's right. You went to dinner, had a delightful time with that, and are now trying to figure out where you want to go next.
Well, we were
So what are you going to do
patrolling.
to try to? Yes. So where are you going to go to try to impress her that you are, going to show her a good time, or whatever you're trying to accomplish here?
I'm sorry, impress. I'm just trying to survive.
You're taking her to Ruby Tuesdays for that appetizer and 2 meal special, aren't you?
Hey, I already went to the bar and then we had dinner. So
Yeah, because Pa and I sat and
Right.
heckled from a
And spied
distance.
upon them.
yes, you did. So last I remember, we were checking things out and patrolling along the rooftops. I reckon back towards the Sunbuck / home base from where we were. Like if we went out, we're coming back. And I don't know where we are in relation to the Scion chick with the cars and the cat, and I don't know if we saw that or not.
So in the distance, so several blocks away, you do hear a couple interesting things going on. You're just kind of listening, which is one of the things you will use a lot to help with your patrolling. You hear a couple car crashes, except they're kind of weird that there's no squealing tires or anything like that, just the sound of a car crashing. And then like a minute later, another one just crash.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
from another slightly different direction, you hear horns blaring all over the place. Some sort of traffic thing is going on, not totally unfamiliar in Excelsior, but just kind of interesting that over here you heard some crashes, and over there you hear some sort of traffic mayhem. And then listening a little more, you hear a whole bunch of people yelling and just being kind of exuberant and riotous and having what's probably too much fun doing something.
It seems the natives are more restless than usual this evening.
So which one are we going to check out, huh?
I'm pointing my head in the 3 directions that I've heard all of these things. I'm going to say let's go to the one where somebody might actually be hurt, and nodding over to the car crash.
All right, let's go. So you fly up, and she takes a leap across the street, uses her lasso to wrap onto something so she can make the rest of the jump. And you head off towards the sounds of the crashing.
Is it
and
far away or far away?
It's only like, at most maybe half a dozen blocks and a bit of a diagonal, so not that bad.
Okay.
So Paw and Ice,
Yes.
you are looking for a cat. Akira has, once again, she just drifted past a bit earlier, just turning over cars and looking in places for a cat while calling out for the kitty. Bill has made himself scarce because he's off looking in the other direction, trying to figure out where the fuck the cat is, because this is a very important cat. And so y'all are, standing at an intersection, and from a couple blocks behind you, you hear lots of horns blaring and some sort of traffic mayhem going on. And in the other direction, you hear some sort of loud, large crowd of people. Like, you can't tell if there's like a riot or a big fight or a large party or something going on in the other direction.
So I look at Pa, just kind of shrug, and start walking towards the sounds.
Yeah.
So which ones are you going to pursue? The traffic sounds or the group of people sounds?
Oh, we're heading towards little crazy girl with the missing cat.
Oh, she's going off in an entirely different direction. So she's just drifting down the street in a different way. She doesn't seem to be paying a whole lot of attention to the other noises going on in the town. You're just
Yeah,
going to keep
but
following her?
I am, because she's the main cause of the
Okay. You
issues.
keep an eye on her, and I'm gonna start literally climbing the walls, jumping from, like where there's like balconies or or overhangs or anything, just kind of just literally trying to see if I can find this damn cat by different angles and stuff, by basically getting, hitting like different heights and places and stuff. So I'm literally just bouncing around, hoping that I can actually find this cat and put this mayhem off to,
Yeah, so
and
I
also that we have our comms in, so we can at least I can communicate with you.
yeah, so
It-
I toss my skateboard down and just kind of do the slow roll after her, trying to be as unobtrusive as a goth girl can be while rolling down the street.
Yeah.
On a skateboard surrounded by a flock of crows.
Right.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
can't
don't
forget
see
that there's
me.
crows everywhere around you.
Right. But
Yes.
I'm at this point, I would like to enact one of my ciphers, which is effect resistance,
Okay.
which provides a character additional resistance to direct the damaging effects of all kinds.
Seeing as who you're following, that is a great idea.
Yeah, so I'm enacting that to, take care of some of the damage that I have a feeling about to be inflicted.
Yes. Which reminds me, I have a cipher that I'm gonna pop as well.
Okay.
Sheen.
And what does that do?
For 1 week, the user cells are coated with a protective veneer that resists damage, +1 to armor or +2 to armor if the cipher is level 5 or higher, and it's a level 6, and eases might defense rolls by 2 steps. However, healing is more difficult during this time. All recovery rolls suffer a -1 penalty.
All right.
So yeah, just trying to figure out how to actually, I'll just have to remember that I have actually,
I
popped it and
you work with that. I'll go in and tinker with your character and see if I can get it up.
okay. It's on the sheet, but I'm not quite sure
Yep.
how to have
On
it
it.
adjust the stats.
Okay. Oh, this is so much fun. We're starting to divide up.
More than we
Starting?
were.
We have a party of 5 characters in 4 different scenes now.
Well, if only there was a way to correct for this. Okay. So, Jack, well, your friend is out removing tires from vehicles. So you're just hanging out with the scientist, having a drink, enjoying your coffee while she finishes her pie.
I'm kind of I'm assuming that I've like positioned myself so I can see out the window. So I'm sort of, doing the like, eye contact, not a good thing, sort of staring over her shoulder out into the street, just seeing if I can see the mayhem.
Okay. So while you're watching, she's still trying to make some small talk. So it's like, so what is your deal anyway? Since you're, not on the payroll, I don't have really any information about you.
I, solve complex equations. I know things and I shoot people.
He's not
So,
wrong.
so super smart then.
I don't like that term, really.
Hang on a second. She takes out her pencil and writes an equation on a napkin. Just writes this, harebrained thing, slaps it down, hands you another napkin. Okay, graph that.
What now?
Oh, okay.
So you look at it and you're like, oh, yeah. Ultimately, a parabolic equation. So, and so you just kind of quickly solve it and sketch it down. Like she looks, yeah, okay, gotcha. You've been really, really handy when I was in grad school.
Eh. It's a parlor trick, really.
So as you're looking, kind of out the window and stuff, you see something that sends a little bit of a chill down your spine. You see two people scoot across the intersection in a car that is not there. The main thing that you notice is that they are both wearing black and white striped shirts with hats and suspenders. Actually, the one's wearing a beret. And they're driving, once again, they're driving a car that isn't there. The one's in the passenger seat, just kind of watching the other ones,
Right.
scoot off, into and out of frame in a fairly short flash. But you're pretty damn sure you recognize them.
At least from descriptions. I've not directly interacted with
Yes.
the mimes.
But you have heard about the mimes.
Hold that thought. Just toss some bills on the table. Grab the small duffel bag I was carrying and just sort of nonchalantly walk out of the diner.
Okay, so you're going to follow after them in the direction they went?
Yeah, this fuckery seems afoot.
Okay, so Crash.
Hi.
You get back to the diner and, well, how to put it, but Jackdaw's missing. There's a bunch of bills on the table, and the scientist is sitting there finishing off her pie a la mode.
Hey, I put the mask on and open up comms. Hey, Crash,
Yes.
how are you with French and
With French? I like their fries and I like their kisses.
what about their comedy?
I prefer it in color to black and white, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, well, we seem to have some old-timey TV going on. Like,
do I have a way? I'm assuming that our phones can be set up to locate one another at this point. Patrick.
Oh, that depends if you want to. You can always have the Spy on My Friends app.
you can just ping a location.
Where are you?
Currently on foot. Watching a bunch of mimes drive down the street.
An address, smart guy.
And he gets a GPS ping.
Fine. And I zoom off to find him.
All right. So let's see who gets to arrive here first. Okay, let's see. To make things interesting, so Gene, you make your way off to where you are hearing the car crashing sound, and sure enough, you reach a street where a bunch of the cars have been just kind of flipped over, or perhaps more so picked up and dropped. There's people out in the street yelling about the fact that their cars are wrecked and what the hell happened here. And a couple of
I
the
yell
street
back
lights
at
have
one of them
taken a
going,
flicker.
I yell back at one of them, I don't blame you. looking around, somewhat dumbfounded, usually because this is the kind of scene that you get during battle when people can tell what's going on, not at whatever clock at night it is for no reason.
Yep. Yes, yeah, and that's the big thing is, you don't see any like massive like footprints in the ground or blood everywhere or anything that would indicate that a fight's happening, and none of the cars are even on fire. Kind of prosaic. It's just like something wandered by and knocked them all over or stepped on them or something. You're trying to
Is there
catalog
a-
in your head who could have done that.
And I have a catalog of who could do that, but this doesn't fit the motive.
Yes.
Is there a discernible pattern to follow?
Yes, definitely. It is goes straight down the road that you're on, from one direction back to another, and seems like it may turn a corner here and there, but listening, you can hear another crash happen, and it's just a little bit further north of you, so it's probably heading in that direction.
I call back to Calamity. Like, I'm going to where I hear the new crashes. Keep up.
Oh, she digs that. You head off, you get around the corner, and you see Neva slowly cruising along on her skateboard in the middle of the street, just. And up ahead of her is a bald woman just kind of floating in the air up ahead. And every once in a while, one of the cars near her will kind of lift up. She turns and looks at what's underneath the car and then loses interest in it and drops it, and then just keeps cruising on down the street. People ahead are starting to get wise to what's happening and are trying to get into their cars and move them, causing its own traffic.
Okay. I am able to. This allows me to snap out of date anxiety, and so I fly. Do I see the car? So I see her pick up a car, turn it over, and just drop it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So as soon as that car drops and I see her looking, I assume that she's just going through looking at all the cars, correct?
Not all of them. She seems to pick upon something with some of them and is picking them up. So she's picking up like every fourth or fifth car.
Okay. Okay. Well, I fly out in front of her about 10 yards or so, and I stay flying because clearly, like, if she's floating, I don't know what might happen quickly. So I stay airborne and kind of do the hi, hello. Is something the matter?
She looks at you and says one word, Kitty. And then looks
Okay.
around like in a little bit of a panic and then keeps moving forward.
Did I
Ah.
see Gene go flying by the
Oh,
way?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see him. He's floating in front of her now. Not too
Okay.
close. He's
So
keeping a respectful distance.
I'm praying he's got his earbud in that we all have. So I'm like, hey, Gene, can you hear me?
And I do this.
She's psycho. Like crazy tunes. She's looking for her cat. We're just trying to keep her from like not hurting people.
Really
But she ain't
glad
all there.
that yeah, I'm really glad that I still have my sunglasses on, because behind them, when she says psycho, I'm looking at the Scion. Then I look over at Calamity, and I look back at the sign. I look at a Calamity. I look back at this. Okay, okay. So hey, maybe I can help. Can you describe what your kitty looks like?
She reaches into one of the few pockets that her diaphanous sundress has, pulls out a picture, and lets it go, and it flies towards you and comes to a stop in front of you. You see a white cat with black spots and a black tail, just sitting there, kind of mildly chunky, but not, gigantic cat. Underneath is the word Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. Gosh, that is a beautiful name.
Lost.
Yes, Lost. Okay. Okay. Does Esmeralda typically come when called?
Yes.
Oh, have you tried calling her? Maybe she'll respond.
Kitty looks around, looks back at you, and starts floating forward some more.
Oh, wait. But you told me her name was Esmeralda, right? That's a beautiful name. Where did you get that?
Thinks for a second.
She's thinking for a second. I'm back on the comm going, I'm buying you time. Do what the hell you can. Just like, and then as soon as she looks back, finger goes down.
I am currently literally bouncing off the damn walls. I'm trying to find this damn cat from like basically from above, and just yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, Jean, you're the one who knows what it looks like. I don't. We just know it's a cat. This is the Bronx. Do you know how many fucking cats are out here?
Good point. White, black spots, mild chunk.
Hey. So I turn and actually convey that information as best I can to the crows with help find her. And pray to God that they actually catch on to what we're doing.
So yeah, you like turn to one of the crows. You're looking for a cat, white, black spots. They're like, oh, okay, and they scatter off.
And can you reiterate to our feathered friends that cat friend, not food?
Most
Good
crows,
point.
I think, are fairly well aware not to fuck with cats.
Mm-hmm.
Like wolves, yes, but cats, on the other hand, cats are killers. So, Pa, as you're cruising along, you see another just weird thing happening. Is that there are a group of mercenaries running down the sidewalk in formation. Not like sprinting, just doing like that military jog thing, cruising down the street.
Are they dressed at all like the guys that we dealt with?
Yes, exactly like them. You
Ah,
can tell two of them have the full face masks. A couple of them dressed up like proper mercenaries, and like a good 4 yahoos with too much gear and the typical tactical setup. They're kind of lagging behind the other ones. The ones with the masks are running along like they don't even have to, like they'll never run out of breath or something, because they're just like cruising along, and the other ones are trying to keep up with them. And they're all very, very armed right now.
Crash, Jack. So you remember the guys that we dealt with out at the military base?
Yes.
There's
In memoriam.
there's a squad of them, and I give them the street, on X Street between whatever, X and Y blocks.
Did-
And
didn't you
they are
do
heavily
anything?
armed.
All right.
And I'm
Okay.
I'm trying to find a damn cat.
Priorities.
Yes.
Because the cat belongs to a batshit crazy scion who is destroying everything in her path, trying to find her, trying to find
While
it.
you're up there, by the way, a couple of crows alight near you and start chatting back and forth amongst them, and you swear you can start making out words. Such
Okay.
as cat, white, no spot, look at you again, and then flap off.
Okay. Okay, I like the fact that they actually recognize me as a cat, but I am not the cat
And
you're looking
technically-
for.
Or not the cat they're looking for.
So, question of ethics here.
Yes.
If you tell the scion that the immemorium dudes have her cat, is that bad?
Are you
No.
asking the GM or are you on the comms, Jack?
I'm on the comms.
Good or bad? It would be funny. Let's do it.
This
I got no
conversation, by the way,
problem
is
with 'em.
happening while you are chasing a pair of mimes driving a non-existent car down the street.
Yes. Oh, by the way, we're a little busy with a couple of mimes.
Them?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Jeez.
Yeah, let's sick psycho chick on them and
Give me a 20, Jack. Give me a 20.
Ping.
I pull out my phone. And Scion chick has passed me and she's starting to pick up another car and I fly in front of her and I go, "Oh, wait. I'm sorry. How may I address you as?"
So an interesting thing, as she flies by you, when she gets within about 10 feet, you start getting shoved off to the side by some barrier that is around her. Is that you cannot get any closer to her. So it's you kind of like get put, and since you're flying, this kind of works out well to your advantage, so you don't fall
Yeah,
over.
really. Exactly. So I kind of does Eddie get anything from this?
No. Eddie's like just kind of fascinated by what's going on,
Of course.
but she is not
he's eating
registering with
popcorn.
him at all.
Okay, good.
And you do not hear the other alien or anything.
Good. So I fly and I try to go around her and get too close, bounce off of the force field or whatever, and try to get in front of her before she I don't know how far she's gotten.
Up upon the rooftop behind you, you hear this ominous noise, which, if you've ever heard one or seen a good old cowboy movie, she has pulled her Thompson repeater off of her Henry rifle off of her shoulder, cocked it, and is now aimed at the Scion, just in case something happens. So you have a feeling that this may escalate horribly if things don't go carefully.
Mhm.
So she looks at you. It says, "What?"
I said, what is your name? How may I think I have some information, but I'd like to know your name so I know what to call you.
Just stops for a second, reaches into her pocket, pulls out an ID card, and it hovers over to you. It is not a STEM ID card. It is on the ID is a picture of a very young girl, maybe like 10ish, wearing a from the shoulders up, you can kind of tell that she seems to be wearing some sort of hospital gown. And the ID is subject number AK-1-RA. So you read that, and it tink, goes back to her hand, and then she puts it in her pocket.
Akira? Okay. Well, thank you for that. I believe I may have just been contacted by somebody who has seen your cat. Maybe if you follow me, we can go there together. Could we do that?
Now,
Okay. I call back over to Calamity. Keep up. And I then fly to this direction that Jack pinged me with.
I follow along, just kind of moseying on my skateboard.
so from above you leaps down Calamity in a big billow of nice Western duster, lands right next to you, and walks along beside you. Oh, this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
He has her
Fun. We'll
rifle
call
just
this
kind of
fun.
pitched over his
Sure.
shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay,
I look
and you
over to
sent her
Calamity.
after. Did you send her? You sent her after the mimes or after the mercenaries?
Mercs. Definitely the Mercs.
Okay.
And just word to the wise, and I point to her gun, that's not going to do what you think you want it to do. I'd advise against it.
But that's kind of my thing. I mean, I shoot things. I don't think I can lasso her.
I'm not going to
Something tells me that might be a
disagree.
bad idea.
Yeah. No, there's
Well, hopefully
a lot
she
of
doesn't try to crush you like a car, and everything will be fine.
yes.
So the two of you start cruising along a bit faster. And as you're moving along, you hear some noise up ahead. And it's, you know, getting louder as you close in. And as you get there, and as you're moving ahead, a crow drops down and lands on top of Calamity's hat, because she's wearing a cowboy hat, of course.
Of course.
And she's like, what the fuck? And the crow looks down at Neva and says, found it.
Ooh, okay. Which point I go, Jean, cat's been found.
Really? Already?
Birds, man.
That's good. You
I
think we
leave it
could
to
at
you to
least
tell her.
True. What's its 20?
I look at the crow and go, where?
It looks over and you see 3 crows in a circle flying around a couple blocks away.
3 blocks south.
Is it safe?
I look at the crows. Is it safe?
No.
And all Jean hears is, fuck.
Okay, I start heading that direction.
Okay. So you are the closest one to here. It is the area in front of a school. So a nice big grassy type area. Let's see. It's since you're all going to arrive there in fairly short order from the looks of it. So let's see. Let's separate paw out of it. So you are the first one to see what's going on here. So you see in the middle of the place Esmeralda. I apologize for the I provide you a trigger warning because bad things are happening. Because, you know, that's how it is. There are some hooligans terrorizing the cat, Slash kind of playing soccer if the cat manages to run far enough to get past them.
Okay,
There
I
it
am going to jump down, land in full on, kneeling superhero pose, and use, hold on. Let me pull up my shit.
And surrounding those is a large crowd of hooligans cheering on what's happening.
Yeah.
By large, are we talking the number on the screen, or is that? Are
No,
those
the pluralized groups. So you have the
oh
4 hooligans
yes.
playing terror
Yes.
/ soccer. The other are just 4 fairly large groups, say about 20 hooligans each.
Holy, okay. Wow. Okay.
So you jump down.
Yes. And I'm going to when I land with the pose, I'm going to use my goat ability to be able to taunt them into paying attention to me and not the cat.
Okay, you are going to land like are you going to try to land right in the midst of them?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear it for super jump. Boom. So while you're goading them, around the corner, I almost got out of it. Who would round the corner? But a team of mercenaries coming straight towards you guys from the one street. Because, why not? And then, with Crash and Jackdaw not too far off of their heels. Let's see here. There. You see 2 mimes drive up towards the edge of the school, get out of their non-existent car, and not too far down the street are Crash and Jackdaw.
Just so you know, Patrick, I'm starting to regret rebooting the Foundry server so you could get in here and set this up. Just want to put that on the table.
Okay.
Lord.
So in this case, let's see. Let's move. So Gen X.
When you said there's
Calamity.
a solution for that, I thought we'd, narrow it down a little bit, not make it just the bad guy gangbang here.
So,
and I've
Gen
started
X,
taking off, by the way, towards the cat when the pro said
yes.
no.
So you head off in that direction. Gen X and Akira start heading in that direction, and Calamity, of course, follows along because this is the most fun she's had in a long time. So you're all coming from another direction down the street. So y'all arrive to see Paw in the middle of an army of hooligans, swearing at them and insulting their mothers and anything else you can do to get their attention.
In Spanish.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they're diehard soccer fans, so they happen to know, how to insult people in several other languages, including things like Spanish and Portuguese. Very handy for them. They're surprisingly bright for a bunch of idiots. And in the middle of all this is a completely terrorized and possibly injured cat.
Do I see that Neva's going for the cat?
At the moment, she is not as much going for the cat as she is keeping the people from doing anything to the cat.
Now, this is Neva. Where is she in all of this?
Yeah, I'm
not
heading.
Paw.
She is rolling on ahead.
Okay,
yeah.
so do I?
I'm
okay.
Going
now then,
as fast as I can.
She's already wearing black, and it's night. Who amongst all of the singular hooligans, the groups of hooligans. So, who all is wearing black here? Well, yes, yes.
All
we
of
know.
us are wearing black.
Yeah.
The hooligans, they're fairly brightly colored because they are wearing, their team jerseys and stuff for whatever weird team it is. They all have like, scarves with like colors and stripes on them that are very important to them for a team you've never even heard of.
Exactly. But what about the Requiem and Somnum and Memento?
So they
buggers?
are, those guys are mostly at this moment. Let's see. The Requiem folks are in urban camouflage. The Memento Mori guys are dressed in black with they have skull masks on because that was one of the things I found. Apparently that's a cool thing these days because of one of the video games. And the Somnium are dressed kind of military, so they're wearing the most of their outfit is black with the stuff on top of it being in military green or army green, I should say.
Okay. So as Neva is going for the cat, I want to jump behind the Memento, right behind the Memento Mori guys, and then goad the nearest hooligans to them, making it sound like that the Memento morons are making fun of the hooligans for liking soccer in the first place.
Okay, so you're
Memento
going to fly
morons
over
now
here.
canon. Just
Yes, I
Oh.
love that. That is awesome. So you're going to fly over here. Actually, let's put you more in and amongst them. So back behind them here. It's like, hey, soccer sucks.
Yes.
Okay, so everything reaches this delightfully tense point as Jack Dawn Crash roll up, and everybody kind of stops. The hooligans are looking at the in memoriam folks. The cat is looking at Paw. Paw is squaring off against absolutely everybody at the same time. The two mimes, after hearing what was said about soccer, go in very exaggerated kind of ways. You hear a cackle from Calamity as she's watching over this, shoulders her rifle and pulls out both of her pistols and swing them up. And Akira looks upon this entire scene utterly aghast. And while she does that, zipping around the corner as fast as his little legs will take him, joins her friend Bill, who is trying to keep her from doing something terrible right now. No, oh my God, don't do it.
Darn it, I was going to go back to Akira and tell her something too.
Dude, chill. Nazi lives don't matter. Really.
All right, it's time to roll for initiative.
Woot!
Hooray.
Do we have a base difficulty, or are we just rolling for numbers?
Just roll for numbers. There's
Okay.
just chaos going on.
Okay, yeah. So my total was 19.
I rolled like crap.
Jesus Christ, Jack. He has been ready for this.
This is the moment he was born for.
I'm gonna pop some heads.
I
Got 20 rounds in my mag. This is fucking awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just like everything is starting to happen, and You know, so like everyone's squaring off. Meanwhile, Jackdaw's just standing there whistling to himself, just zip. The bag drops to the ground with the rifle already still in his hand. Like, all right, let's do this.
Now just, snaps the buttstock on. Suppressor goes on, click. Let's party.
So great. That was ominous.
Yep.
Jackdaw, you are up first.
Okay.
This is going to get messy very fast. I apologize.
Yes, it is.
Grabbing some more water. I go at the end of all this anyways, so.
Wow. Oh my God, that's a list.
All right.
Holy crap.
Just wait, you'll see what happens to it.
I just shout to Crash. Mimes or Nazis?
Mimes.
Never liked French Impressionism anyway.
Okay, target difficulty on a mime tonight is 4.
Alrighty then.
And when the
So,
mimes hear that Crash yelled out, "Mimes," their look of shock and surprise just turn.
Base difficulty is 4. I can drop a free level of effort into that. And let's see how zeroed this thing is.
Hey. And which mime were you attacking?
Number 2.
Okay, let's see.
Got to get used to the drop on this thing. I think its zero's a little low.
Okay. So you ping off of mine. He seems to have something kind of shielding him a bit, but you still managed to hit him. Just not exactly where you were shooting. And it might just be aiming a little off because you were trying just like a nice center body shot. You wing him in the shoulder. Okay. Crash.
Okay. So I'm actually going to simply yell at Gen X to move and then wait until he's done. Because we all go before the first guys, therefore we can mix and match our order how we want.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
X,
okay.
Move it! Out of the way!
And so
Gen X.
And so
here you go.
You probably, since we're in close range, you can probably see that Crash pulls out a hand grenade.
in which case I'm gonna go back to Neva and Akira way over there.
It's a good thing you're flying.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you're gonna hurl a grenade.
Yep. So it explodes to inflict 6 points of damage in an immediate radius. It's level 3. Could I put effort into this to increase the damage like I would with a normal attack, or no, because it's a mechanical item?
Yes, because it's a comic book.
Excellent. Okay.
You can put effort to make a gun fire faster if you want. This is a thing that happens in comic books.
All right. So I assume it just happens because, I'm not trying to hit one of them. I'm trying to get it in that area.
Well, let's see if you can land it where you want it to. So who are you trying to put it?
I'm trying to
Since
put
it's
it
immediate.
So we'll get everyone in that immediate area. All the Requiem guys, all the Sumnum guys, all the Memento guys. They're all in immediate range of each other.
All right, so you just want to just kind of plunk it right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see, how hard is it to let's call it difficult so it's a target 4.
Really? To throw a grenade? Okay.
Well, to land it in a pretty precise area.
All right. And it's a speed roll.
They are
Yeah, I figure
heavier.
this shouldn't be
than
too difficult for you.
think. Speed is that, so speed attacks are not my strong suit, actually.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, all my stuff is might based.
You should have loaned me the hand grenade, man.
Okay, I'm assuming it's going to be 2 points per extra level because it's an area effect. So we'll do that there and that there. Right. Okay, so I'm putting 2 levels of effort into the attack and 1 into damage. And I will spend an XP to reroll that. There we go.
Boom,
Okay.
baby.
Minor effect. No, you know what? I'm just gonna try to wipe him on the map, off the map. 11 damage.
Okay, let's see. Why did you reset? Okay, so Memento Mori guys are vaguely tough. Requiem, on the other hand, not so tough. Okay, so see, this is why I was thinking, putting a little more difficulty into it because, yeah, this is going to hurt them a lot.
Yeah.
That was kind of the idea.
Yeah, this list gets a little more difficult to operate when you have a whole just ton of people going on. Fortunately, I'll remove a couple from combat momentarily.
Yeah.
Let's see. Combatants. See, this is what I get from letting you guys go to an arms dealer. There we go.
Imagine if I had the big boomstick.
14.
Actually, isn't that the grenade we stole from STEM when we hit the warehouse thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or rather, I stole.
Let's see. And there's a okay. So this takes this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy totally out.
Excellent.
And oop, there's one. There's one guy I missed here. Hang on. I need a better way to group these. Oh, there he is. There we go. Okay. So you pitch a grenade, which turns out to be a delightfully effective tactic against people, especially the tactical guys who under no circumstances are wearing any armor or anything like that.
No,
they
just
got blown
plate
up, but good.
carriers.
Yes. The 2 people who are already dead seem to fare pretty well because you can puncture holes in them. It really doesn't affect their overall ability to live. The 2 mercenaries, on the other hand, are really rethinking their life choices as they are now covered in a whole bunch of shrapnel.
And the blood of their erstwhile allies.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Now,
So,
okay. Question.
Oh, yes.
Did Pa have control of the cat when the explosion
Nobody has
happened?
control of the cat right now. No. And now all hell is broken loose. That cat is not the type of cat who will just kind of hunker down and panic. Oh no, the cat is running like a little shit all over the place.
Okay, I have a plan. I want to use my swipe ability to be able to pounce and swipe at, without claws extended, at the cat to try to actually scoop it up.
All right. Okay, I will say. Let's see. I will say the difficulty on trying to catch an absolutely panicking cat is a difficulty 4.
The fact that I look like a cat, does that give me any sort of, hey, any sort of, asset to the cat being just like, wait a second, it's a
Yeah, I'll give you an asset for the fact that you're a cat also. And right now the cat may be looking for any possible ally in the universe.
Okay, thank you. Couple of effort. Task because I really, 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 really want to be able to, There we
Nice.
go. Okay, so my minor
effect is that I am able to grab it securely so that it calms down, and to get and to be able to jump away from basically out to jump back out of the scrum of guys.
Yes, that pun was intended over towards Akira.
Okay. So you like leap forward, scoop up the cat, do a shoulder roll, leap up into the air. So, Ice. What is Neva going to do?
Okay, so having seen that Paw more or less had the cat thing under control, I'm still riding in on my skateboard. And I rail up to hooligan number 2 up there, just because he's in the direct line of where I'm going. And I actually have pulled out of my pocket my pepper spray, and I just squirt the asshole in the face. Just to
Wait, which guy are you?
hooligan 2, because he was like in the direct line of where I was headed.
Oh, right. Target for Spring Hooligan 2, who right now is in the middle of dealing with a large riot that's happening around a cat that he was trying to kick earlier. So difficulty for spraying him is going to be 2.
Okay, just what should I roll? 'Cause I don't actually, I just have pepper spray as a item. I don't have it as an attack.
That should be a standard ranged attack, so I think that's just speed attack.
Speed attack. Okay, and you said difficulty 2?
Difficulty 2.
Come on, difficulty 2. And you know what? I'm going to put a layer of effort in just because. Because.
Nice.
Okay, so I just go rolling right past, and as I do, I just go right into his eyes.
They see you
All right.
rolling. She's praying.
Because I'm that kind of asshole.
You can tell that she's so dark and gothy.
Mm-hmm.
There.
I know it's not going to do a lot of damage, but it's going to take him out for a little bit.
Oh, I'm trying to remember where to put on the status effect thing.
If you right click on the token, and then it's the little thing that looks like the burst aura.
Oh, okay. I keep forgetting. I keep thinking that's the one to make him visible again, but I know it's not. What should we call this? Impaired. There we go. Ah!
Right.
And actually, since it is, a cloud of spray, let's say that you also happen to catch the nearby team of hooligans. Because, well, yeah, it's a cloud of nastiness. Okay, let's see what we got going on next. Time for your opponents. All right, so first up, Mr. Memento Mori is going to, well, basically, he's really unhappy with Crash at this particular instance. So, Crash,
Mm-hmm.
speed defense, target 5.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, the ones that lived are the ones that actually know what they're doing.
Yeah. So I'm not phased, so it's just straight up. Yep. Oh. Yeah, I forgot to set the difficulty. Yeah, I beat a 5. I beat 5.
Okay. Let's see. Hooligan 2. Right now is going. Ah! On to Mime 1. Yes, here we go. What's Mime 1 going to do? Oh, I know what Mime 1's going to do. Mime 1, taking a hint off of one of your guests tonight, reaches up, swings an invisible lasso, and Paw, make a speed defense target 4.
Wait, I'm sorry. I was that. I'm sorry. Was that me? I was looking at the
Yes,
audio
yes.
controls because I saw the chat.
Yes. The roll a speed defense target 4.
Speed defense target 4. Yes, got it.
Okay. You were missed by the invisible attack.
Okay.
All right. Team of Hooligans. Let's see. Where is Hooligans team number 1 going? They are racing towards Paw, trying to get, well, the cat back. Who's this next? With Bill. Bill is furiously trying to keep Akira from doing anything terrible. Okay, next hooligan. He is going to throw a bottle at Jack. So Jack, speed defense target 3.
Okay. Hmm. Sorry.
Bill's
Not-
tab, the first section is combat. You should
Yeah,
have
no, I've got that. I'm
Okay.
just I should have an asset on the defense because of the subconscious defense. That's
Okay.
always on.
Yes.
So it just wasn't showing up
Okay.
in the dialogue.
Yeah.
So
just add it. We'll fix it later.
Okay. Just did. Okay.
Ooh, minor effect.
Minor effect. Well, what I was going to do is use the my seize the moment ability, which is if you succeed on a defense roll to resist an attack, you gain an action.
Okay.
If I dump a level of effort into it, if I don't dump a level of effort into that, I lose my next action. Basically, I just get the next action
Early. Yes.
early, or if I spend a level of effort, I get essentially an extra action.
Can I suggest what I think would be a really cool minor effect, especially going along with Seize the Moment? Can you catch the bottle?
Oh yes, totally. Come on, you watch it just arc towards you. You see it spin. You're like, oh, so I just have to put my hand here, clunk, and it can land in your hand.
And now you have an action to throw it back.
Yes. And just, hum it back.
All right. Target for Hooligan is 3.
Okay. So this counts as an improvised attack or what?
Yes, yeah. A bottle is a generally improvised weapon.
All right. No. Speed, base difficulty 3, you said?
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
So just
Damn,
perfect
dude.
Or the extra damage on that.
extra damage. It's just going to go right between the eyes. Just,
And shatter.
yes.
Yes.
Use up
yeah. So
all of the
you
momentum.
just crack him right in the face. The bottle explodes everywhere. And for a bonus, let's see. You will make him partially blinded because he has glass all over his face and bleeding furiously out of that area.
So you catch it as you're winging around. You wet one finger to test the wind.
Don't even need to do that. I'm like subconsciously seeing the way people's clothes are getting blown. It's just,
You're seeing how the cloud of pepper spray is moving.
Yes.
You have a very good indicator of what the air is doing.
Nice.
And it's just this
Okay.
flat sidearm snap as it just beans him straight in between the eyes.
Okay, mine too. It's going to carry along a theme. Let's see. It's going to take a more direct approach to life because I want to make sure that things move on. Uses in an odd thing, just uses his abilities outright and snatches Esmeralda. Just tink, pulls the cat to him, who lands in his hand. The cat's not happy about this because, well, she's no longer with the other cat. Let's see. Up next, another band of hooligans. Which one are these? Oh, these guys. Yes, these ones are going to also charge towards you all. This leaves next Memento Mori. Once again, is going to take a shot at Crash. So speed defense 4.
What are they firing at me?
Assault rifle.
Okay. So it's speed defense 4.
Yes.
Okay. That will be another XP. Because I have them. And this is why I didn't buy an advancement this turn. This session.
Don't you have rest from chance?
No.
No. I thought you did.
Nope.
I do.
Yeah. I was contemplating taking it and didn't. There we go.
Nice.
You are one or
Twice.
the other, dude.
Twice.
Okay.
Let's
So,
go.
for a major effect, um, did I take anything else like that? I don't think I did.
Oh, I have an idea.
Okay. Give me your idea. I'm listening.
Just as he's about to shoot, you swiftly dodge to one side. He follows along, and you've put in between you and him one of the Somnium-Eterium guys.
Love it. Love it. Let's do it.
Let's see. Ooh, haven't gone yet, might I add. That is a wonderful bonus.
And they've also been hurt by the grenade that I.
Indeed. So let's instead and pull
Womp
him
womp.
off the screen. So you have dodged off to the side, and you just watched one of the mercenaries gun one of his own friends down.
I look at him and I. I'll kill you last.
All right, Calamity. Let's see. She is going to get this stuff correctly. Just one of the two hooligans groups there. So Calamity is going to open up on one of the crews of hooligans to deliriously strong effect because, well, she has a lot of bullets and is extraordinarily good at not shooting her friends that are in between her and the pound of hooligans, and guns down a whole pile of them. Just bodies just drop to the ground. He fires, flips open both cartridges, drops all the bullets noisily onto the ground, reloads both, and shuts them up in between rounds. It is, Ray, you're actually kind of impressed with just how good she is, and kind of trying to ignore the fact that you're not sure how many of these people will survive their trip to the hospital. You're pretty sure it's several of them.
But still, Jean is oddly aroused.
Not so oddly.
Evenly.
Okay. Hooligan chases after Esmeralda because, well, he was having some goddamn fun. Let's see.
Simp.
Next group of hooligans. Hooligans are going to try to bum rush Jack Dawn Crash. They run over there. Because they're large crowds of people, so
Okay.
they only move so fast. Okay, next crew of hooligans who can't see very well try to bum rush and head in the wrong direction. Esmeralda.
Go, cat, go.
Fly his face off.
Claws at mine too. Once again, not happy. Okay. Back to other hooligan here. This hooligan likewise is going to hop over and chase after the cat. Okay. Somnium-Eterium is going to think twice about taking a shot at Crash, having just witnessed what happened. He's going to shoot at, let's say, he's up in the air. He's going to take a shot at Gen X. The Gen X, speed defense, target 5.
And okay. I'm going to throw in 2 levels of effort. Oops.
Oof.
Hmm.
Okay, and you take, let's see, do you have armor?
I have I mean, I've got the ostensibly I'm wearing the old super suit underneath.
Um,
Are you sure the sweet Led Zeppelin jacket doesn't provide any armor?
I mean, it's
Only if it
weathered
says it
80s
does.
denim.
Panache, yes.
Okay, no, actually, you have two armor because of your resilience shift and your absorbed kinetic energy.
Oh, right.
This is good because you're going to have some kinetic energy to absorb. So that ends with you taking 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And then last but not least, up comes Akira, who, in spite of all things that she is told, panics. And let's randomly pick a crew of hooligans. Let's say this one. So you all witnessed something that I believe you can take it to any pool. So you see something where she looks at the one group of hooligans, kind of squints her eyes a little bit. And for just a second, you like those near her see just a touch of malice to in her eyes. It's one of those. There they go. The hooligans are trying to escape from their fate. So she squints at them a bit, and then you see the darndest thing, where once there was a bunch of hooligans, they just disappear and become an ugly stain across the sidewalk. Just this smearing of just, it's not even like blood and guts and stuff because it's just dissimulate into pieces, and they don't fly everywhere. It just falls to the ground. They cease existing. Plenty dead might be it.
Okie dokie.
So those guys gone. Just the whole pile of them. Bill is also freaking the heck out right now. Jack.
Yes. All right.
So what is your continued plan here? As you have a team of hooligans charging towards you.
They're not here yet. I'm more worried about the hooligans charging the cat. So, buddy over here, hooligan unnumbered. I'm clicking on him. I don't know if that's doing anything. I'm just gonna
Yep.
that guy. Yes, I'm just gonna, do a nice slow exhale, draw a bead, and ruin his day, hopefully.
Target 3.
Target 3.
Don't miss.
All right. And I'm going to pump a level of effort into upping the damage.
Nice.
I don't think I missed.
Indeed. Okay, so next. At health hooligan. Hooligan, there we go. You pump a nice. Oh wait, you had you stepped up to do more damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so how much that's 2 extra, I believe?
3.
3. Okay.
Because it's not
So-
area effect.
So
Great,
7 points.
There we go. Yes. Okay. So he's doing way worse than before.
Okay. So, Jack looks like he's got these guys well in hand. I really hate mimes. All right. So I am going to, let me see. Yeah. All right. So I am going to go phased and invisible
Ooh.
as my movement, as my action for which my attacks will be part of it. I'm coming up here to this immediate zone.
Okay.
I am doing my scratch existence against mime 2.
Okay. Do note, mime 2 is holding Esmeralda.
I am aware of that.
Okay.
So what will be the difficulty on that? Oh yeah, what's the difficulty?
Difficulty on mime 2 is 4.
Okay. So it's already eased by 3 steps because I'm invisible. And it's decreased by 1 more because I get an asset for doing a ranged attack at immediate range. Yes?
Yes.
That brings the difficulty down to 0. I hit him 9 points of damage that ignores armor.
Okay. All right.
Is he down yet?
Oh, no, actually, he is not.
Okay. Then I will follow that up with a disrupting touch. Which is only now eased by 1 level, plus 1 because I'm in melee range. Yeah, I'll just roll that.
Well, I'm thinking we should,
Hmm.
while we're doing this, because I can, I'd like to propose an intrusion.
Sure. And I will give the extra 1 to Jack.
Yay!
All right.
What's going on?
As you're winding up for your follow-up attack,
Mhm.
after your initial part of your attack, mime 1 drops Esmeralda.
You mean mime 2?
Mime 2 drops Esmeralda. Well, more so kind of throws Esmeralda. Just, ah!
Okay.
Cat lands on your face,
Okay.
resulting in,
Do I get a speed defense roll to try to avoid it?
well, the question is, do you want to try to catch the cat or try to not get hit in the face by the cat?
Okay.
There's your moral choice here.
Well, Crash is, if nothing else, pragmatic. What are the difficulties here?
Okay, so avoiding the cat flying at your face is pretty easy.
Okay.
That'll just be a standard speed defense roll versus a jumping cat. It should, be somewhere in the like 1 to 2 range. Anybody short of a toddler can avoid a cat leaping at them,
Okay.
especially when they see it coming like this.
Yeah.
Catching the cat, not hurting the cat, on the other hand, that might be a little bit difficult because you're phasing. You may have to drop your phase in order to do such. And your invisibility for that matter, so folks will know where you are.
Yes, so but
Although wearing a cat on your face will help anyway.
Well, my invisibility dropped when I did the scratch existence.
Okay. And also catching a cat in the face may cause you a little bit of difficulty for your next turn as you try to extricate it, assuming it doesn't get removed through the rest of this round of combat.
All right. Yes, I will attempt to catch the cat in an area that is not my face. So what am I doing here?
All right. Since you were in the middle of, trying to beat somebody up while the cat goes flying, that's going to introduce a little bit more difficulty.
Okay.
So we will call it a 5 to safely catch a cat with something other than your face.
Okay. Is this speed, might, speed defense, might defense?
That'll be speed.
Okay.
You do not want to might anything with the cat. You'll end your
Do my dexterity shifts come into play for this?
Oh, certainly, yes.
Excellent. You know, I gotta ask at this point. Right. I will put one level of effort into easing it. Yeah. There we go.
Okay, you are now the proud possessor of Esmeralda the cat. For the time
Okay. I look at Mime 2, and just for a moment, I do the Heisman pose.
being. Okay. Gene.
All right. I want to use a cipher that has an effect in an immediate area. Does that mean that that is one of these quadrants?
Yeah.
For lack of a better, only.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I would like to all right. I want to fly over into this quadrant. Yell at G or through the comms, tell Crash to look down. Then using persuasion, at which I'm specialized, I want to get everybody's attention here. Point up into the sky and go, "Holy crap, it's USA!" And then launch my detonation cipher, which projects a small physical explosive up to a long distance away that bursts in an immediate radius, blinding all within it for 1 minute, 10 minutes if the cipher is level 4 or higher. This is a level 7 cipher.
Ooh. That poor crew of hooligans who have already been pepper sprayed.
But if you you said up to long range, right?
Sorry?
You said it fires up to long range, so technically you didn't have to move to do that, but that's okay. It's up to you.
Again, trying to
Fair.
work the yeah. Wait, hold on.
Yep.
Project. Okay, so okay, yeah. You're right.
It's up to you.
I'll stay where I am.
Cool.
Okay, so you like Crash, look down.
Yeah. And then I go, basically, I was like, "Idiots, look up!" And they all go, "Huh?"
Fortunately, I got to use this one not too long ago, so
I choose. What in the world could that be?
that poor hooligan, man, he's been shot, had a bottle thrown at his face. No, the other one's had a bottle thrown. Blinded hooligans are becoming a thing tonight. And now we have 2 blind mimes. 2 blind mimes.
Two
blind
Like
mimes. 2 blind mimes.
See how they flail. See how they flail.
We are just not right.
Yeah, you think?
So I want to say to our viewers, we're all none of you. These are the kind of jokes that usually just go on in our chat. I think we've all decided to bring them online tonight, and I am so here for it.
Okay.
Just a little punchy tonight.
Yes.
So
yes.
So
And I just blinded the cat.
yes,
Oh, shit.
indeed.
Oh, dude.
no.
Seriously?
Poor thing.
I didn't have time to tell Crash to cover the poor Widow Ting's eyes.
Poor Esmeralda.
All right, Paw.
She's gonna need so much gushy food.
You have a team of hooligans charging at you. Behind you, you have a very angry scion. Near you, you have a gun-toting lunatic who just shot through a whole bunch of hooligans. You have a couple of hooligans in the middle who are just not having a good day, one having been pepper sprayed and the other one having a broken bottle all over his face. Nearby, you have a large team of blinded folks, as you got to see the flash from slightly longer distance, so you're not blinded, along with a panicking cat being held by your good friend Crash. And then there are still 3 mercenaries still just shooting into the crowd, and a whole team of hooligans racing towards Jackdaw.
I'm trying to figure out where the hell the mercenaries are.
They're in the bottom corner.
Oh, okay.
They are currently a short distance away from you.
Okay, I think I need to deal with the hooligans who are right in front of me though before moving on and doing anything else. Okay, so hooligans and hooligans 2, the 2 groups that are just to my left, is that are each of them single
Okay,
targets?
the two in the middle are single hooligans. One
Okay,
who's been pepper sprayed, one who has been blinded by glass. This is a group of hooligans who has lost about half their people. So individually, these are not as powerful as the individual hooligans because, you know, they aren't the type who are brave and play soccer with a cat. But on the other hand, they are the types of idiots who will watch a bunch of people play soccer with a cat.
okay.
I will not throw the cat downfield. I will not throw the cat downfield.
Please don't.
And the kick is good. No.
Bad Jack. Okay. I am going to barrel into them and literally just arms outstretched. And I'm actually going to do kind of a canonical old school actual comic book Wolverine with the, grab, swipe, and just try to take out as many as possible.
All right. Target for team of hooligans is 3.
There we go.
All right.
Okay, that is 6 points of damage. Is that 6 points to each one, or is that 6 points split up?
6 points to the group.
Okay.
Find them here. That's healthy hooligans. There we go. I think these are the right ones. That's 6. So you end a whole pile of them. There's only a few standing. They're not looking very happy with life. And you probably injured them too. All right. Oh, that's in here. And she skateboarded her way into the middle of things. All right. What does Neva do?
So that group of hooligans that's right there by me, I sized them up. Are they?
So
they were affected by
the
my
group that Julie went after, or
no, the ones that are right above me on the map.
That is hooligan singular.
Okay. No, I'm looking at the one that's right by me.
Okay, hooligan 2.
Hooligan 2.
Yes, the one you
He's
would pepper
still-
sprayed.
Okay, so he's still affected by the pepper spray.
Yes.
Okay. So, because I'm just
Yeah, the two
annoyed.
hooligans near you are pretty well softened up at this point. Because said the one's partially blind, the other's completely blind. Because glass in your eyeballs doesn't do a whole lot of good.
Right.
So they are fairly tame at the moment.
Well, I'm still gonna take this guy who's right, hooligan 2. I stopped my skateboard as I had pepper sprayed him. I reach out and touch him with my frost touch.
Okay. Since he is incapacitated, we will call it a target 3, and I will give you an asset on it.
Okay. Target 3. Asset 1. And because I'm in a mood, I'm throwing a level of effort in. There we go.
Okay.
So I just reach out, put my palm on him, and smile.
Nice to see you.
Oh, where did he go?
For 6 points of damage, I'm good with that.
Oh, who are we going to? Yeah, my list is killing me today. Two seems to be off of my list.
Yeah, the one that Ice is attacking, I can't actually see on my screen. I can see it on the chat logs on the streamer stream, so I know that our viewers are seeing it. But yeah,
I can see him.
I don't see that one on my screen. Interestingly
Yep.
enough,
Hooligan 2?
the one that's right above
Yeah,
Ice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right about. Yeah, I can see Hooligan 2.
Actually, I can't see the other one either.
I can see both the hooligans on the actual map.
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot see the hooligan twos, but that's okay because they probably
Okay.
won't be there much longer.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Yes. Hooligan 2 passes away.
I feel no mourning for this guy. He kicked a cat.
Indeed.
Yep.
He is out. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to feel bad for people who kick cats. All right. Back into action. Memento Mori. Let's see. What are we going to do with him? Okay, so he is like trying not, first off, he's not going to shoot at Crash because, well, Crash has the cat. So he's going to take a pot shot at Paw. So Paw, speed defense, target 4.
See. There we go. Oh. Let's see.
Okay, so that means you take 5 points of damage.
Might damage.
Yes.
Okay.
So with your armor, that brings it down to 1.
Yup.
What? There we go.
Okay, Mime 1. This is where things are going to get fun. Mime 1 lashes out. Mime 1 doesn't have anything to lash out at as far as you can see, so she just kind of lashes out. Unfortunately, the only thing that Mime 1 manages to hit is Esmeralda,
Oh no.
who goes flying through the air. So, as in blinded, and is there a let's see if there's a appropriate. Nope, unfortunately, I can't find a good status effect. But Esmeralda is now flying through the air mid combat. Whoops. Let's see. So,
There's a flying status.
oh, there is.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so a flying blinded cat cruising through the air
With the greatest
after
of
having
ease.
suffered through several indignities of being kicked around. Fortunately, this is one tough cat. Oh. Okay, so next up, Bill. Regrettably, Bill's psychokinetic abilities are not spectacular enough for him to catch the cat without causing the cat harm. He knows this. He's not going to try it. Has also lost control of Akira, so he's going to try doing something else. Let's see. Oh, I know. He's going to focus in on Mr. Somnium, and he's going to say something along the lines of, just walk away. At which point he's like, that's not a bad idea. And he wanders off the combat field. As he can bend. Fortunately, having mental domination has, it's perks.
Yep.
Okay. Up next, Hooligan. Which Hooligan is this? Blind Hooligan. Okay, Blind Hooligan. The Blind Hooligan is going to try to take a swipe at ice because she is the closest thing there. So, Neva, do speed defense, target 3 with 2 assets because your opponent's blind.
I also have a dexterity shift. If that would work
that
into it.
Works into it. That drops the difficulty down to a 2.
Well, then you said there were 2 assets for being blinded, right?
Yes.
So that brings it
So
down
I
to
do
0.
it.
Okay.
I just kick off on my skateboard backwards a little and out of his way. Actually,
yeah, he is just
towards where
in very bad condition too.
Right. I actually kick my skateboard to avoid him heading towards where Esmeralda is falling, with hopes of catching her when she lands.
Okay. Let's see. Mime 2. What is Mime 2 going to do? Now that Mime 2 can't see shit. I know what Mime 2 is going to do. Mime 2 is going to mime, let's see. Crash, could you roll me a D5? I need a random location.
Sure.
And I don't feel like rolling.
3.
3. 1, 3. Okay. Oh shit. Mime 2 throws a grenade into the middle zone.
Oh no.
So oh yes.
Oh no.
So, Neva, area effect damage, so roll speed defense to see if you can hop back in time.
Actually, let me do that. Hold on, I gotta find it. Oh, shoot, hold on. Could I actually, because I have ice creation, attempt to throw a block of ice around said grenade to contain
it doesn't
the...
exist. It's invisible. Okay. Remember, they're a mine.
Gotcha.
So you don't quite know where the grenade is at any point.
Okay.
Jackdaw might be able to figure it out based on their arm motion.
Okay. So I'm sorry. So what did you want me to do?
Speed defense.
Speed defense.
See if you can, jump back to not get damaged or hit the ground.
And it was a difficulty what?
That'll be well, since he's blinded, it'll drop it down to a 3.
3. Okay, with my dexterity shift, that brings it down to a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. And ask 2. Boom!
All right. So what is your major effect?
My major effect.
Get the cat out too.
Yeah, is as I'm rolling, I catch the cat and actually keep going using inertia and just brain to do
Okay.
this.
So now you have the cat.
I have the cat.
The cat's not looking so good, by the way.
So, hey, ECAT,
Yeah.
if you look down at the chat just below your success and major effect, where you see the reroll button, there's also a stack of coins.
Yep.
Click that.
Okay, hold on.
Because when you roll a 20, when you spend points, you get those points back.
Ah. Yay! Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. So we have Team of Hooligans. Where is that Team of Hooligans hiding? Oh, wait, no, there. That's right. Team of Hooligans. Bum Rush Jackdaw.
Bring it.
So they are just gonna try to swing you with fist, bottles, bricks, bats, anything else that they have on them. So roll a speed defense, target 3, because they're not very good at swinging bats, bottles and bricks and stuff. All right, you managed not to get beaten up by a large horde of angry soccer hooligans.
And I'm going to seize the moment again. So I have another action.
Okay.
How far can I move?
So, according to the rules, you can move a short distance for free. You can move a long distance. This is if all you do is with the action. You can move a long distance if you pass a speed difficulty 4 test.
Okay. In the abstract of this play space.
You can move one section for free. Moving across 2 sections, you need to roll a speed difficulty 4.
Okay. I just, they pile forward being incredibly productive, and I just slide through the center of them and out the other side.
Okay. All right, on to our mercenaries. Let's see, what are they going to do? Oh, okay. He's just going to do something spectacularly stupid. He's going to shoot at Akira.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Painful.
Well, dumb
So-
should be painful.
You see a fascinating effect happen. The shot hits the shield that is around Akira, which redoubles all of the kinetic energy back and just sends the bullet back exactly where it came from.
Nice.
Which, shoots him square in the chest. He's wearing, some armor. Hasn't dropped dead from this, but isn't doing well. Calamity. Let's see. Calamity is just fucking having a hoot of a time right now. Loving life. Just enjoying things. She's freshly reloaded. So she is going to... Let's see. There they are. So after you have passed through the hooligans, you hear a whole bunch of bullets whizzing past your head, and you glance around your shoulder to see that many of the hooligans are now on the ground, bleeding in all sorts of, spectacularly good ways. And you notice from this that she is a spectacular shot. Like every time she pulls that trigger, she has hit somebody. She's kind of like one of those people who's like, trick shooting and shoots the rope out from under the chandelier so it lands on top, but she's not so good natured as to do that. She just shoots him in the head. Okay. Blinded hooligan. Let's see. He's still, even though he cannot see the cat, he can hear the cat. So he's going to stagger after the cat in that general direction. Now injured team of hooligans. Redirects into next zone. They don't move very fast because there's a lot of them. Other group of hooligans is blinded and blinded. Oh boy. Okay, they're going to barrel forward and basically attack everything in sight, sort of. So Jack and Crash make this is going to be, I know, difficult for you. Speed defense roll, target 2.
Pass.
Pass.
Excellent. Okay, in the process. Let's see. We'll hit mine 2. Mine 1. Finally taking some damage. She is so damn lucky. I do not know how she is still alive.
Mime 2's the one who had the cat.
Yes, and then mine 1 got hit for the first time now. Okay. And because he has somehow, like his comrades, slipped off of the list, so I'm just going to eradicate hooligan 2, who gets tramped most of all of them. Okay. And then the hooligans run into the other group of hooligans and, eventually stop because they recognize each other by smell or something. Esmeralda. Okay, are you going to try to hold on to Esmeralda?
I am, because I've kind of got her tucked in my coat, and I'm kind of crooning and to her, like doing the "It's okay, baby" kind of thing you talk to cats with.
Okay,
As
I'm proposing
I am.
GM intrusion.
Okay.
This will be fun.
Go
You're
ahead.
gonna take it, or okay.
Yeah. What?
Okay. Click the accept
Hold on.
button.
I'm waiting, trying to get my mouse to do what I want it to. There we go. Sure. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Ray. Just
Okay.
'cause.
Your feet leave the ground as the next person, Akira, notices cat, sees kitty, sees person holding kitty, is not entirely sure as to the good or ill nature of the person holding kitty, so it just picks you both up off the ground, which goes to her turn. She doesn't try to murder anybody right now.
Okay.
All right, Jack.
It me. All right. So is the mime, this mime, how do I?
Click and hold.
Okay. That mime.
Yes.
That's the one I've been beating on, right?
Yes, that is the mime who had the cat.
That's the mime who had the cat. Well, I'm going to try and make them an X-mime.
Okay. Target will be a 3 because mime is blinded and cannot defend himself.
And I'll do a free level of effort to up the damage if I connect.
Oh,
You can spend an XP to reroll it if you want.
Yeah, okay, sure.
There you go.
excellent. Okay. So mime 2. Boom, goes down.
Finally.
Oh, half the mimes that we did before. Crash.
So, shouting to Jackdaw, "Don't kill the other one. It'll be amusing as hell to see a scion interrogate a mime." I go invisible, come down here, and so this one has been hurt. Yes.
Yes.
Has this one been hurt at all?
Oh, that's not showing up for you? Yes, badly.
Okay.
So left one has been hit, right one. Okay, so they both got grenaded.
Mhm.
The one on the right was the one who shot Akira and got shot in return.
Okay, got it. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to do my scratch existence because I'm invisible, so I get all the bonuses on the guy with more hit points.
Okay.
What am I? What is my target?
Target from Memento Mori is 4.
Okay. So it's eased by 3 steps. You said difficulty 4?
Yes.
I hit it.
All right.
It
How
takes
much damage do you do by default?
9 damage that ignores armor.
Okay. All right.
He's
They're
still
both
up.
Still up.
Wow.
They're
Alright.
tough.
Huh?
They're partially,
yeah.
you know, vegetative.
Yep. All right, then I will. I'll disrupting touch the same one.
Okay.
One asset because I'm in range. Still target 4.
Yes.
Okay. For a total of 5 points of damage that ignores armor.
You know, it is such a good thing that ignores armor. Because that is precisely what he had left.
Excellent.
Nice.
There you are. So he drops.
Costs me a total.
Okay. Gene. So you've absorbed some damage. You're all primed up to do who knows what.
I am. All right.
So as a overview, so this guy still up, still has a very big gun. The 2 hooligans in the middle been softened up very well. Neither of them can see. Group of hooligans at the top cannot see. This group of hooligans has been softened up pretty well. Paw just ran through this group, and there's barely any of them still standing.
And I'm
Okay.
floating in the air.
And of course, Mime 1 is reconsidering her life options. Probably would run away if she knew which direction to go in.
Yep. Such a pity.
And Esmeralda and Black Eyes are floating right now.
Right.
She's trying to
got
hold
it.
on to the cat, who is freaking the fuck out still because, you know.
Poor kitty. All right. then I am going to release energy with energy absorbed at remaining memento moron over here.
Okay. This target's 4.
Oh, release. There it is right there. Target 4.
Target 4.
Target 4. Target 4. Okay. So next difficulty eased by new. All right. And I'm going to add a level of effort. Okay. There we go.
There you go.
8 points of damage.
Excellent. Now, even though you do not bypass armor, which of course he is wearing, he still does not have enough hit points to survive that, which is, quite beneficial for you. So, second memento mori drops. Oof. Becomes inert. He was already dead. So you can comfort yourself with that later.
I will. And right after as he's falling, I say to Crash, get the guns.
Leave the cannoli.
Paw.
Okay.
You've got yourself worked up into a frenzy. You have been beating the shit out of people. The cat is still screaming, but now flying up and floating up in the air with black ice because, got a few straggling hooligans still floating around. A mime who is kind of, doing this thing where she's like trying to see where she's going. It looks like a really bad thing of the mime in the box, but she's not in the box. She just can't see anything.
I'm gonna jump over and I am going to I'm gonna jump and then tackle her into kind of into a bit of a roll so that I can.
Okay, so you're gonna fly tackle a mime.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Because she has brought that on herself.
Target 3 once again because, well, she can't see shit.
Level of effort. There we go. That is 6 points to that to mime number 1.
Okay. All right. You have you've tackled mime 1 to the ground, and you're kind of on top of her like a crazy ass cat, as one does.
Yep.
Okay, Black Ice, you are floating. You have a cat, but you also have a free hand. If you want to throw something at somebody, or you can pet the cat. Or
I'm going to continue just muttering. I recognize what's happening, even though internally I am freaking the hell out because I don't fly. But I keep muttering to the cat, it's okay, we're going to your mama. Just try to keep the cat calm. And hopefully, and praying to whatever deity is listening that Akira does not kill me as I'm handing out the cat to her. See, here's mama. There she is.
okay, let's see. They're dead. Mime 1. Okay, Mime 1's going to try an impressive gambit. Oh, wait. Pause away from her screen at the moment. Okay, well, fortunately, this will not affect Pod too much. So, Mime 1 is going to try something that nobody else has during this combat, which may possibly be the only smart thing available to her. Mime 1's going to play dead. So she's just gonna lie there and go. Now, fortunately, she's a mime. She's quite talented, so she does that, lolls her head to the side and sticks her tongue out just to make it look like she, has expired. If she could, her eyes would turn into little X's. All right.
Now,
Let's
now the
see.
question is, because she is a mime and the things she mime become real, is she actually dead?
That would be horrifying. I'll have to consider the implications of that later.
Zombie
whether or not-
mimes? No, 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 no.
So Bill is continuing to try to talk sense to Akira. At this point, saying, Esmeralda's fine. We've got her. Everything's fine. Let's see how well that works. Okay. Hooligan.
Back.
Poor guy. Let's see. He is still blinded. But on the other hand, he can hear the other hooligans, so he's going to start heading over towards them. Hang on.
Ozzy, 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 oi, oi, oi. They're just kind of echo locating each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Remaining group of hooligans. Let's see. They're going to bum rush Calamity, and let's see. Give them some meaningfulness in their lives. Smack her around a little bit, but not to an extreme amount of success because, well, yeah, he's a hero-ish. Okay.
That's what
Oh,
heroes
look,
do.
it's Calamity, who responds back to crew of hooligans. Okay, let's see. Guns down group 1 of hooligans, since there were just a couple left with 1 pistol. And then dead. And let's say takes a pot shot at that hooligan too. And nails him in the back of the head. And sends him into eternity. Okay. Next up. Oh, that poor fucker. So he's running out of friends fast.
Mhm.
So
Let's
who's up still?
Okay. We have currently hooligan. Group of hooligans over here. Mime 1 is up. In spite of what she may be trying to pretend, she's still breathing. She's not that good of a mime.
Right.
And group of hooligans who are blinded twice are still whole and hale. There are a whole group of them just kind of milling around trying to find something to beat up. And aside from that, we still have Calamity, Akira, and Bill. Calamity has gotten scratched, and Akira and Bill, of course, have not been damaged because, well, he is standing behind her, and she has a nearly impenetrable shield about her. Okay, so what is Hooligan is just going to run for it. So he makes it about here before he falls over. Because he trips over some other hooligans from what happened earlier.
Or
okay, crew of
again,
hooligans.
Actually, no. He just passed within about 3 feet of one, but then his instincts took over, and he took a dive and is now clutching his leg.
Okay, crew of hooligans. They're still up and still largely going, and they are none too smart, so they don't know enough that it's time to run away. So they are going to attack Paw, because why not? So Paw defense. The defense targets. Oh wait, no, they're just hooligans. So target 3.
Speed or might? I didn't hear that.
Speed.
Speed.
They're swinging at you. So
speed defense 3. Okay, and I dodge out of the way.
All right. This leaves us with crew of hooligans. Okay. They're continuing to wander off, looking for something to do, but once again, they can't see for snot. Okay, Esmeralda. Esmeralda's starting to calm down a bit. It is no longer actively trying to, like, remove your skin. Fortunately, you have that heavy coat on. But the cat is latched onto it in a really awkward place, so it's kind of hard for you to, like, you're doing the thing like the cat's at the vet, and it's just like clinging onto you, so trying to calm them so you can, like, take the claws off of your shoulder.
I keep muttering, trying to calm her.
Okay, so Kira draws the two of you closer because, she's trying to, like, get her cat back.
Right.
So she draws you into range, and she says, "Kitty."
I look at
Jack.
her. I look at her and go, your kitty is safe. And I look kind of like, see, here's your mama. Go to mama. Kind of trying to get.
You're not going to throw the cat at her, right?
Oh, fuck no.
Damn it.
Like, kitty's safe. Come get your kitty.
Okay, Jack.
Yes.
We are down to, let's see, we have Mime playing dead. We have Hooligan, who has run off, tripped, and hurt his leg, in addition to the face full of glass. So he probably hurt himself even more pretending to fall because he just scratched the crap out of his face with all the glass that's already there.
Yep.
We have this crew of hooligans who are trying to beat up Pa, but, well, she's faster than them. And this crew of hooligans who are wandering around fairly aimlessly at this point.
Okay. I have handcuffs listed on my character sheet. I'm assuming
Okay.
they're the big zip tie restraints. I'm going to go over to Mime 1, put a knee in her back, and pull her arms behind her and zip tie them closed. Just enough of this shit.
She would protest saying that she's pretending to be dead, but she's a mime and never says anything.
Right.
So, okay. Let's see. Hang on a second here. Very hog-tied. Let's see.
There's a restrained, I think.
Would help if these were in alphabetical order, but nobody ever does that for some reason.
They are actually. You read across and then down.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there's a restrained.
Restrained. Okay, she has been restrained. Crash.
So let's see. I'm technically no longer phased. But I do need that if I actually want to. Well, no, it's speed 4, it's fine. So I am going to move here. I will draw out my gun, because I do actually have a handgun. Hold it to the hooligan's head and say, "Play dead, or you will be dead." And I am actually
And
going
he looks
to...
up at you. He looks up at you, and in his very, inexplicable rhyming scheme, says, "Right said, Fred," and then falls over.
Okay. If he moves, I am going to shoot him. I will try to aim for something non-lethal because I actually do want to question him.
I wouldn't recommend shooting him anymore. He doesn't have that many hit points left.
It's all right.
Okay.
He doesn't need all
Gene.
10 toes.
Yeah.
Certainly not.
All right. So this group of hooligans up top here, are they just kind of aimlessly wandering?
This group up here?
Yes.
Yes, they are blinded for at least the next 10-ish minutes or so. Because remember, this has only been a pretty short period of time has elapsed. So
Right.
as a crew, they can't see anything, so they're just milling around looking for something to punch.
Okay.
They may have taken out a shrubbery or two so far.
All right. I want to approach them, but about 10 yards. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I want to go in front of them about 10 yards. And again, using persuasion. And trying to mimic one of their kind as best as I can, say something to the effect of, "Oi, bloke down the road says your mama's is a toad. Get him!" And then step aside. And just watch them all.
Yeah, they furiously charge at where you used to be, and just keep going until they run into something.
Yep.
Okay. So, Pa, we have precisely one crew of hooligans left.
Okay, the guys who just swung at me?
Yes, indeed.
Kick him in the ding ding.
Yeah, pretty much. Ah, punchy.
No, depending on how she does that, it's more like Tai Chi.
Actually,
she's
it's
doing the
going
thing
to
where
be
she lies
kicking
on
the
her back.
balling because I'm just.
Yeah,
I think she's doing the thing where she lies on her back and tries to lure one of them to rub her belly before she rips them open.
Oh, I like that. And then go into full on grapple with the hands and start kicking with the feet.
All right. So you attempt an evisceration attack. So that'll be
Yes.
target 3.
Yes. And that's a 20.
Oh, dude.
Ooh, and the kick is
Ooh.
good.
I'm gonna go for the extra damage.
We need to take long breaks more often because the dice like us when we.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be 10 points of damage.
All right. And that ends the hooligans. Aside from the ones who are running down the road and running into something, and the one who's on the ground with a gun pointed at him, who's now himself, kind of playing dead. My one who has been still playing dead while having been tied up, because, why not? And so that leaves us to the next turn. There's Ice holding Esmeralda in front of a kind of panicky looking Scion who is still floating up in the air, staring at her, saying, "Kitty."
I try to channel my inner Jean, trying to radiate some kind of calm, which is, not me. But like, she's right here. But since the cat is like dug into my coat, like, you need to come get her. And I'm like kind of going, she's right here. Come get her.
So she floats closer to you. You feel this weird effect as the shield around her passes over you. Kind of like similar to the feeling like when you get into her out of the tub and like how the water the surface tension passes over your body. It's similar to that. And she reaches out grabs hold of Esmeralda, gives a bit of a tug, detaches the cat. The cat looks at her. She's looking at the cat's kind of like bloody and just not looking good. And she holds the cat and starts petting the cat. And the cat starts purring. And while this is happening, you notice that the cat's injuries are very swiftly disappearing. Like a little crook in the tail just straightens out and all that. And then the one leg that wasn't quite aiming in the right direction just kind of pops back into place. And then, and she's like, yeah, kitty. And then sinks to the ground. As do you.
I just look at her and I go, everything okay now?
She looks up at you, says, thanks. And then starts, just like as though she had not just vaporized a crew of hooligans or any of the other stuff that's been mayhem going around, grenades going off, guns firing, people throwing stuff at each other, all sorts
Cats
of stuff.
and dogs
And then
living
just
together.
starts heading across the schoolyard back in the direction of what you would presume is where she lives.
And I just
Of-
take a very big, deep, holy fuck breath.
So as she walks by Pa, you're standing up, kind of dusting yourself off. She looks at you, really fascinated, and says, "Kitty," and then reaches out a hand like she wants to scratch your head.
I
So
lean
tentative.
down and let her scratch me like by an
She
ear.
scratches you behind the ear, and then once she's done with that, smiles at you, and then she kind of wanders off, is heading back home. And Esmeralda is just just lying in her arms like a football, as though nothing had happened.
Cat.
Mhm.
And Calamity, in stylistic fashion, of course, whips her guns around again, blows the smoke out of the barrels, chucks them into her holsters, and says, "Wow, this is the best date I've been on in a long time. You know how to treat a girl." And Mime One finally looks up, looks around, still tied up, of course.
Mhm.
Are you still pinning her down with your knee on her back, or have you just kind of let her sit there?
No, I'm not gonna trust the mime. How stupid do you think I am, Patrick? Don't answer that.
Okay, so who is going to do what with the remaining folks? Do note, of course, you hear some sirens in the distance, and you imagine that STEM will likely be showing up on site very soon.
So, Crash, you mentioned something about interrogation.
Oh, I did. Yes, I would love to know why all of these different groups decided to descend on a cat at miraculously the same time.
I can
And-
give you 3 guesses, but
Say, and I'll lean down to my little hooligan friend and say, "You can go first, or you'll go first."
Well, we're just playing soccer with the cat. That's funny. I mean, come on. It's black and white. Looks like a soccer ball.
And whose bright idea was this?
Using the few brain cells that are operating inside of his head, says, someone else's.
Could
When it
you-
says that it's amusing, I do stop over and start kicking him in the kidneys or whatever convenient spot is available.
I can let her keep going if you want.
What? We found a cat and looked fun.
I activate my comm just to say, do you guys need another pair of handcuffs for that guy? Because I have some.
So I respond out loud. No,
Okay.
he's pretty useless. I think we're just about through with him. And I put the gun back to his temple, and I cock it.
Just looking at you, terrified. He's producing, interesting smells at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Small puddle of liquid slowly.
In case you hadn't figured it out, this is your last chance.
For what? We were just playing soccer, man. The four of us were just having some fun. Then the other one showed up. It was great.
Is Bill
You guys
still
started
around?
shooting. Yes. Yeah, Bill is doing that thing where you panic about what's happening afterwards because you had to keep your head during the entire thing. So he's just kind of there, like bent over, freaking out.
Hey, Xavier, get your ass over here.
What? Oh. So he wanders over.
All right. I don't think
What's up?
Marcel here has a lot to say. And train spotting over there is not giving terribly intelligible answers. Is there any way you can, I don't know, dig around and see if they've been influenced by somebody, something? This is awfully coincidental.
Oh, sure. Yeah. That's what I do. Let's see. Looks at the mime. Mime looks at him, mutely, of course.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of, tilts his head a little bit, concentrates, puts his fingers to the temple, then wanders over to the hooligan, looks at the hooligan, takes like 5 seconds because the hooligan's not that smart. Like, okay, so the hooligan really was hanging out with some friends. The cat wandered by, and they decided to engage in some random violence against an innocent creature. Stares at him.
Charming.
And so that's all that was about. So the other hooligans gathered around because they heard some shouting and stuff, and we're just having a rollicking good time. The mimes, on the other hand, were sent here. Their boss sent them.
Boss, as in top hat?
Yes, I presume they work for the circus king. And he wanted them to retrieve the cat. The cat's quite valuable. As the owner of the cat will do a lot of things in order to get the cat back.
Right.
And I can tell you, yes, she is two things. She is very attached to that cat, and she is very dangerous. Very.
Yeah, kind of noticed that with the whole mystification, atomization of
oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not really the extent. Yeah, she just discorporated their bodies as
pink
kind
mist
of,
and everything. Just
think of it kind of like getting hit with like a psychic steamroller. It's just that amount of force. And so there's like no mist or anything, because every atom is just shoved into whatever directions he sends it. It's horrifying. I'll have nightmares about that for a while.
Yeah.
But fortunately, it's very quick. And that's not the extent of what she can do either. Ooh.
Yeah, well,
that she's allowed to wander around freely is a testament to how good the rest of us are in our community of protecting our own. Because if anybody else in STEM had their druthers, she would be locked up. Not that they can keep.
Right. Well, given the sirens here, it's sounding like you may want to make yourself scarce.
Oh, I'm good. They won't see me.
And her?
Oh, what are they going to do? Stop her as she's walking home? Good luck.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm I'm not
the
one
police
to
know who she is. STEM knows
Okay.
who she is, and they generally know to stay away from her.
good. I mean, as amusing
Like
as
if
watching.
Captain Atomic flew in from I think he's hanging out in the Ural Mountains these days, and just wandered around Manhattan, the police will not get anywhere near them. They'll let somebody else take care of it. And that's the same case here. So unless Statesman wants to try to stop her, good luck with that.
Yeah, no, that would be interesting to watch from. Oh, I don't know,
He'd
L.A.
have to hit her very quickly, very hard, because what she has to hit back with is bad.
Yeah,
I don't know if he can get through her shield. That's an interesting thought experiment because I never want to see it.
again,
okay, so
I have some intellectual curiosity about it, but I'd rather be, say LA or, Kiev, when that was
yes.
going on.
Yep, but so I would presume the mercenaries were sent over by their bosses as well. They're all hanging out on the same island, so I
Well,
figure there
yeah,
was some cooperation going on there.
yeah, it's pretty one follows the other. So, what should we do with our mime friend?
Oh, well, the one definitely needs a hospital. Not doing very well. Looks at mine too, who is in not good shape. And oh, I don't know. I mean, you can try arresting the mime, but mimes are very difficult to keep enclosed in spaces.
Yeah, and they exercise that right to remain silent fairly well.
Yes, they do. So might just want to let Stem or the police scoop her up. Setting her free is not going to, get you any benefit. It's not like the Circus King is going to think any better of you for releasing any of his people, especially when
hell
he failed.
no, really. And just pull out a sticky note and a Sharpie and
So,
Merry Christmas.
Mr. Klein, how powerful are you?
Not extraordinarily. My thing is that I can do a lot of different things.
One scion to another, and I point back and forth between him and Mime One. Can you remove her powers?
No, actually, I can't.
Can she?
I can.
And I'm pointing over my shoulder to Kira.
No, she could just kill her. Turn into a bit of atmosphere if you want. The only one of us, the one that I know who could, would be Shift. Shift is actually able to disconnect that system. Did it to themselves once. But then that system reconnected itself because, well,
Shift
who they are.
A lot to unpack.
I just shiver at the name when it's mentioned.
Yeah, Shift. Well, for instance, Esmeralda, is immortal. When he met Esmeralda the first time, Esmeralda was very sick, and stayed at Akira and a few others were living in an apartment, just trying to stay low. The cat had gotten very sick, and so when Shift came in from the cold, stopped by there with his friend Will, and just kind of picked up the cat and started petting it, and then fixed the cat. So I was suffering from organ failure because she was old, and the cat's sense has been fine. And it turns out that the cat has been hit by cars, been shot once, and the cat always springs back. It as far as I can tell, is incapable of dying anymore because, well, wanted to do something nice for Akira. So yeah, that cat is tougher than all of us.
How the hell did that cat get loose anyway?
Esmeralda's a sweetheart. every once in a while, Esmeralda wants to go out and kind of wander around, and, you know, as cats do. So she probably just scooted out the door when nobody was looking.
All right. May I make a suggestion? And, you know, call shift and get a microchip?
Low jack the thing.
Yes.
Low jack the
GPS
cat?
tracker.
Might solve a lot of problems and, you know, take the obnoxious attempts to coerce Akira off the board, you know, just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Not a terrible idea. Unfortunately, you know, not a whole lot of bad came of this. He says is there's just bodies everywhere.
Well, yeah, no, you know.
You know what? That's actually a really good idea, Jack. Which gives me another idea. What if we were to low jack the mime?
Hmm.
Wouldn't it be nice to know about what we can't hear?
All right. So we bringing the mime with us because, you know, I don't have that on me.
Ah, what
We
good
need
are
to
you
talk
then?
to Tink.
Yes.
Well, if I recall, you do have a holding cell in the basements of your secret hideout.
Well, yes, we do.
Yeah,
Because, you know,
I forget. Did we already outfit that with power dampeners?
Yes.
Okay, because otherwise I was gonna just make a call to the captain and say I need some of those handcuffs, the special ones.
Yeah.
hmm.
Yeah, so
But,
you
yep.
should be able to just chuck her in there and see about low jacking and or bugging a mine.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep. All right. So who's on mime detail?
Oh, it was my idea. I guess I'll start.
As you're talking about dragging a mine back to your place, you hear somebody behind you clear her throat.
I turn around.
I turn
Yes.
around to see Calamity standing there.
We are still on a date, aren't we?
We've got this.
Yeah.
Go on.
I look at the clock. I look at that. It's like, yeah, and that, my friend, was. And I think for a second, and I just, I switch what I'm about to say and say, the high point.
And to punctuate what he does there, as he says that, I take the butt of my gun and I clock the mime on the head and knock her out.
I was gonna do that. Damn it.
Okay.
Don't let me have any fun, Crash.
This has been waiting for how long? Okay, someone had to knock her out.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna since I've got the might for this. Grabbing the unconscious mime, slinging her over my shoulder, like, and I'm gonna. It's like
Head him back.
I'm heading back to the base. I'll go chuck her in the shell into the cell.
Good.
Cell.
And I'm hoping that the jumping and stuff, even though she's unconscious, makes her feel like complete utter crap because fucking mimes.
Right?
Yeah.
I start searching the area, actually like shoving bodies aside to look for my skateboard that went somewhere when Kira lifted me up. I'm actually like lifting bodies and trying to find the thing.
You find your skateboard. None the worse for the wear. Might want to hose it off or something because once again there's some minor brutality going on around it.
All right. Did the Memento Mori, guys, drop anything interesting? Or is it
I
all
told
Was gonna
Trash
be
to
my
get the
next thing was
guns.
to go ransack
Yeah.
the
Oh,
bodies
yeah.
because
So yes, aside from the fact that one wandered off, and you can see him walking away in the distance, just kind of wandering towards Rikers Island or something. No, actually, no, he's heading back to the transport where the two people who are responsible for driving it are trying to put the wheels back on. Minus a few lug nuts, maybe they have spares.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna make it there. No. Because another party to be heard from.
Oh God.
I will simply go and use every means at my disposal, up to and including shooting him in the leg, to interrogate him and find out why they were there, where they were going, who gave the order, and basically as much as I can about why, like, 3 different, somewhat connected but not intimately connected paramilitary groups, one of whom was undead, just happened to show up while some hooligans were playing soccer with a cat.
Fair enough. So, are you going to take Bill with you, or are you just going to go and clock him in the head with a pistol as you run by, and then drag him back to the base?
There's no sense wasting effort. I'll just clock him and drag him back to the group.
Okay. Are you going to grab a cab to take him back, or are you just going to drag him through the streets?
Go to base, because I don't know how close Stim is getting at this point.
I mean, what vehicles do we have there?
None. We walk.
None. You
Okay.
we all
kind of
walked.
wandered off there yourself.
We
All
hit
right.
my skateboard.
Then I am going to go and very quickly dispatch with the 2 vehicle people who coincidentally had just finished getting the lug nuts and the wheels back on.
Yay, new
Okay, so
car.
you drive up with a deuce and a half, and
Military transport
tuck him in the
vehicle.
back.
Absolutely.
I eventually
Okay.
pull in going, we need a bad guy who drives a Subaru. Seriously.
Yeah, but that's not in character for bad guys.
Come on, soccer dad. There's got to be one out there somewhere.
Okay, so you abduct the other guy. The other mercenaries. Let's see. So there were. Well, okay, so including him, there were 8 of them total. Amongst them, they had each of them had a different type of military rifle.
They all just shitty AR clones.
Except that they are all full auto. Well, the 4 of them are shitty AR clones. 2 of them are honest to goodness military grade weapons, like the nice stuff that these are the 2 mercenaries from Sleep Eternal. So they are carrying around like AUGs or AKs or something like that, and
Right.
then the 2 Memento Mori have very very nice style, but slightly more classic ones. So like what is it like? I'm trying to remember. It's an M14 when it often gets converted to a sniper rifle. So
Okay, yeah.
a very nice, once again, fully military grade weapon.
Yeah, it's 7.62
Yeah.
DMRs.
Yeah, like these are people who very honestly professionally go out and murder people for a living. So
Right.
the other ones like to, because basically the thing with the one group is that they're the tactical guys. So they're just that step up from they started doing airsoft, and now they're
Yeah.
inside of a militia. So they have they're shitty AR-15s, but the other ones are proper military.
What did the hooligans have? Because that's who I'm ransacking, since that's where my board was.
Baseball bats, bricks, bottles, just miscellaneous stuff.
Any cash?
Couple Nokias, just you know.
Yeah, they do have a few bucks on them.
I take the money.
Okay.
And one of them has a necklace that's kind of shiny, so I take that too. Because shiny.
Because adventurers are criminal vigilantes.
Crow.
So as the group of you are, splitting off and doing their things, Jean, you're standing there, and then suddenly your arms are pinned to your sides, and you start getting dragged backwards.
Kinky.
As of course,
I
you
look
have been
down to
lassoed.
see the rope. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And being the smart aleck teenager that I am, I comment to him and go, I hope you pack protection, guy.
Have fun, you crazy kids.
Remember, the safe word is banana. Unless you're using a banana. Then it's plantain.
And I think at this point we load everyone up into the military vehicle, other than the two of them. Let them go have their fun, and just head back to base.
And as the last door closes, I turn around, bring my glasses down, and it says, "My friends, I would consider paying you money to slip them decaf one morning."
That's okay. I don't have to work in the morning, so your place or mine.
Okay, I was going to save this for a moment, but Gene, your comment's still on.
Damn it, Crash.
Oh. I will take things that I don't need to hear for 1,000, Alex.
And I can
All
taste the
right.
difference.
I double tap it to turn it off.
It just cut off halfway. It's like, go to her place.
Nope. No.
All right.
And
with that, we will leave the rest of the day to everyone's imagination, and that will end our episode.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Hey.
All right, everyone. This was issue 21 of the Powers That Be. This one was Date Night Part 2, and again, as Patrick said, Part 3 will be left to the imagination of our viewers, and probably our players too, but that's okay.
This is R-rated, not X-rated.
That's true. Very true. Okay, we are going to get out of here. We're going to do a quick after show because it's kind of late and we all have jobs we need to get back to tomorrow. So thank you all for joining us. Once again, for Patrick, ECAT, Matt, Julie, and Ray, I am Trevor, the Vitruvian Meeple. Good night, everyone.